You have been lied to. You are taught that hard work is the key to wealth. That is false. Working hard doesn't make you rich. Working hard keeps you poor. It is not a virtue. It is a mathematical trap. Look at the data. My gardener is named Miguel, 72 years old, works 12-hour days, 6 days a week, and has for 30 years. He cannot afford to retire. I'm 99. I retired at 60. Miguel worked twice as many hours as I ever did. I am 10 times wealthier. Why? Because Miguel is operating on a broken system. I am using a different one. See, drop a comment right now. How many hours do you work per week? Because if it's over 50 and you are not wealthy, you are stuck in the exact same trap as Miguel. You are running on a treadmill, and you are confusing sweat with progress. Let me show you the fundamental flaw of trading time for money. There are 168 hours in a week. You need to sleep 56. You need 20 for basic human needs. That leaves 92 hours as your theoretical maximum for work. You have a mathematical ceiling. Even if you make $50 an hour and work 80 hours a week, you are maxed out. You cannot scale. Your wealth is capped by the number of hours you can physically endure before your health collapses. This is the time for money trap. This is where Miguel is. He makes $40,000 a year working 80 hours a week. He cannot work more because his body is breaking down. His income is capped by his physical limits. Working harder inside this trap doesn't get you out. It just destroys you faster. Now, compare the mathematical trap of time for money to leverage. Leverage is just a multiplier for your effort. It's how you break the 92-hour ceiling. The broke understand only time and effort. The wealthy understand multipliers. Not using leverage is mathematically foolish. Let's look at the first two types. First, people leverage. This means other people's time. OP. T. Multiplies your output. Your 1 hour of strategic thinking can direct 400 hours of their execution. The broke person resists this. They think, why pay someone $20 an hour for work? I can do myself. This is broken thinking. You are not paying $20 to get a task done. You are paying $20 to buy back an hour of your life, an hour you can use to make $100, or an hour you can use to build more leverage. This is Miguel's exact trap. He says he can't afford to hire help. The truth is, he can't afford not to hire help. By doing everything himself, he guarantees he stays poor. His income is capped by what one 72-year-old body can do. That's not a strategy. It's a tragedy. Second, money leverage. This means using other people's money. O. P. M. To multiply your returns. Real estate is the classic example. The math. You buy a $200,000 property. You only put down $40,000 of your own money. The bank lends you $160,000. O. P. M. The property appreciates 5%. $10,000. But you didn't invest $200,000. You invested $40,000. Your return isn't 5%. It's 25%. That's 5-to-1 leverage. The broke person is afraid of debt. They put their $40,000 in a savings account at 3% and earn $1,200. The same $40,000 in that leveraged property, after cash flow and mortgage paydown, can earn $16,400. That's a 41% return. Their fear of leverage costs them $15,200 every single year. Now, I must be clear. You must not be an idiot. There is good leverage and bad leverage. Bad leverage is borrowing money at 18%, credit cards, to buy depreciating liabilities, cars, TVs, vacations. This is how the broke stay broke. Good leverage is borrowing money at 4%, a mortgage, to buy appreciating assets, real estate, businesses that generate income. The wealthy use good leverage constantly. The broke use bad leverage and wonder why they're drowning. Third, system leverage. This is creating processes and automation that work without you. A 100-hour investment to build a system can save you 10 hours every month for the next 10 years. But the broke person looks at the 100-hour investment and says, "I'm too busy. I don't have time." This is the trap within the trap. Being busy keeps you from building the systems that would free you from being busy. It's a vicious cycle. You don't have time to build leverage because you're spending all your time working without leverage. It's perpetual self-sabotage. My friend, a plumber, was trapped in this working 70 hours a week. He stopped, spent 6 months building systems, and hired 2 apprentices. He now works 30 hours a week and tripled his income. He converted his manual labor into a system. Fourth, asset leverage. This is the ultimate goal. Owning assets that produce passive income, money that deposits into your account whether you work or not. Let's look at the math, because the math is brutal. You invest $100,000 in dividend stocks. They pay you $4,000 per year. How many hours did you work to earn this? 0. From a time perspective, that is infinite leverage. To earn that same $4,000, the person trapped in the $50-hour job must work 80 hours, 2 full 40-hour weeks. You earned it by doing nothing. The math becomes even more powerful with appreciation. That $40,000 down payment on a rental property can grow to $1 million over 30 years. The same $40,000 in a safe savings account might become $97,000. The wealthy understand this math viscerally. The broke think saving is safe and investing is risky. So, they choose safety and guarantee they stay poor. It's a failure of basic arithmetic. Fifth, knowledge leverage. This is the meta leverage. It is the multiplier that makes all other forms of leverage, people, money, systems, assets, more powerful. And here is the crucial fact. It is free. You don't need capital. You need a library card. You spend 100 hours learning about real estate, reading free books, analyzing free listings. That knowledge is now an asset. It allows you to use money leverage, OPM, without making a catastrophic mistake. But most people trapped in the 80-hour week never do this. Why? They are too busy working to invest time in learning. This is the ultimate tragedy. Being busy prevents the learning that would free them from being busy. I learned this lesson painfully. I was a lawyer working 70-hour weeks. I was in the trap. One day, a client named Frank said, "Charlie, you're the most expensive employee I've ever had." I was offended. I said, "I'm not your employee. I'm your lawyer." He laughed. Same thing. You trade time for my money. I trade systems for money. If you stop working, you stop earning. I keep earning, whether I work or not. That conversation haunted me. I realized Frank was right. I was just a highly paid gardener, like Miguel. That forced me to change. I started building leverage. By age 60, I retired. But my income didn't stop. Miguel's income stops the second his body stops. Let me show you the comparison that makes this brutally clear. 2 lawyers, James and Robert, graduated together. James worked 80 hours a week his entire career. He traded time for money. He retired at 65 with $800,000. Most people would call that successful. Robert worked 40 hours a week at the firm. He used his evenings to learn knowledge leverage and buy real estate, money and asset leverage. He retired at 65 with $8 million plus $600,000 in annual passive income. James worked 20,000 more hours than Robert and ended up with 1/10 the wealth. The only difference was leverage. Time trading is linear. Leverage is exponential. It is mathematically impossible to build exponential wealth through linear work. Now, I must address the objection burning in your mind. But Charlie, I'm trapped. I can't afford to hire people. I can't afford to buy real estate. I am working 80 hours just to survive. I hear you. This is the trap within the trap. You work so many hours that you have no time or money to build leverage. And without leverage, you are forced to keep working those hours. So, how do you escape? Here is the hard truth you don't want to hear. You must make a sacrifice. A real, painful, temporary sacrifice. You must live below your means in a way that feels humiliating. You must choose discomfort temporarily to buy permanent freedom. The broke choose temporary comfort and guarantee permanent struggle. When I lost everything at 29, I was trapped. Working 2 jobs. I made a decision. I quit one job. I sacrificed 30% of my income. We moved to a cheaper apartment. We ate beans. But suddenly, I had 30 hours back. I used those hours at the free library to learn. I used them to build. I traded short-term pain for long-term freedom. The 11-step plan is complex. Here is the simplified path. Step 1. Diagnose the sickness. Calculate your true hourly wage after taxes, including commute. The number will shock you. Good. Step 2. Buy back your time. Identify all the $20-hour tasks you are doing. Admin, chores, data entry. Now, eliminate, automate, or delegate them. Pay someone $20 to free up your $100-hour time. This is not an expense. It is the most critical investment you will ever make. Step 3. Learn one leverage. Use the time you just bought back to learn. Master one thing: real estate, systems, investing. Go to the library. Knowledge leverage is free. Step 4. Take imperfect action. Buy the first small property. Start the first small business. Your first deal won't make you rich. It will teach you. Action is what separates the wealthy from the dreamers. This path takes years. Most people quit after 2. Miguel is 72, still mowing lawns because he spent 50 years trading time for money. I am 99, and free because I spent 40 years building leverage. That is not luck. That is mathematics. The choice is yours. Will you be Miguel? Or will you be me? Trapped or free? The path is clear. Start now.